Hey y'all, it's Alicia here, and I have a WWE video for you today, but this is going to be mostly women's division. I have at least, I have 5 things I want to talk about when it comes to this women's division. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, the first hype thing I have to come and talk about is, excuse me, is the Bailey versus Nikki Cross theory and what it might be trying to lead to. So let me break something down that's going to be happening. To having excuse me, y'all, two women title belts. That's one. And doing one of the title belts, we have Asuka, who is the Raw is War Women's Champion, going up against Sasha. I think Asuka might contain that particular title belt. I'm just saying. And as them containing, as her containing, I think they're trying to build up something between none other Bailey and Sasha to get me with the Nikki Cross storyline. Nikki Cross versus Bailey for the women's title belt. I actually respect both women. They both have came so far in thing, but I really will say Nikki Cross will probably come up short. That's my theory. She might come up short and things, so that's going to subway the theory of it might be Bailey versus Sasha sooner down the road. I won't say soon, but coming up down the road. So we're going to have to see where this storyline is going to take us and everything. But that's my theory with that particular theory. I mean, it's a, a a theory that several YouTube wrestling shows are saying that this might be happening down the road. So I will get on that bandwagon and say, yes, I agree with that. Okay, our number 2 item. I need to talk about, well, I need to talk about 2 people and thing. I need to talk about Naomi, Bianca, and Dana. So as y'all know, the last few weeks prior, we have not been seeing Dana, um, Bianca, or Naomi, and where are they? And why they are not featured? I think due to this Kova, I'm gonna put it say it like that, Kova has a lot to do why we not seeing, because if you have been recently seeing several of WWE's top not top stars, some of their stars or their media stars, as in Renee Young and Kayla Braxton and several others, has been sidelined. You have heard about some of the female, other male superstars and stuff has also been sidelined, including some of the stars who were there as audience. And as y'all notice, they are acquired now to have a mask on. Okay, I'm going beforehand. I wondered why they didn't have a mask on the first time in the first place. That's that. But digression is that's that. And I'm thinking the reason we haven't seen them is probably because of COVID. So let me hear from y'all. Do y'all think the reason we haven't seen Naomi or Bianca and Dana in a couple of weeks, is it due to COVID? We're gonna quote it that way. Now, the biggest thing I have to come and talk about is female indie wrestlers WWE needs to sign. And it's several of them I can name, but I'm going to name you some good wrestlers, and then I'm going to tell y'all some connections to tell you where some have good connections to certain superstars in the WWE. So, Let me start out with, oh my god, let me see. Diamante. So if y'all don't know who Diamante is a phenomenal Hispanic wrestler, and she did have ties with TNA. She has ties with Conan and LAX. I think having her part of the WWE and bringing that her gimmick, she has a really cool gimmick. So I really think she has something where it takes. She got something there. So I think she has something that could bring into the WWE, and I really say that's one female I would want to see her in the WWE. Also, I have to mention this young lady, Taylor Hendricks. I actually think Taylor Hendricks is somebody I could see in the WWE, because if y'all know the history of Taylor Hendricks and everything, she was also once part of TNA and things. Excuse me, y'all. And I'm gonna say she has what it takes to be part of anything. I think she has what it takes to go to that main roster. And the reason I say has what it takes to go to that main roster. If you know her history, you know it has been documented on TNA, on TNA's first gut check and everything, because she was part of TNA's gut check and everything. And I think it was a phenomenal at the time. It was great. And I think if you know her story, you know how what happened to her and everything and stuff. So I think this will be a great. Now the thing is with Taylor Hendricks, I could see her doing something like what Trish did in the early years when she scouted Tess and Albert. I think she can do something like that, but she can make a huge impact. Now the reason I say she does, she always says, "Oh, I'm Irish. I'm Irish." She's proud of her Irish heritage, and I think they can pull something like that with her, of putting her in a group with oh Drew McIntosh and Sheamus, and probably whenever Becky Lynch come back. I mean, I think them four can be something. That could be something we would want to see. Kimberly, I think she has some. She has something. She's got something there, and I like it. But Kimberly reminds me of Candice LeRae. When I say Kimberly, it reminds me of Candice LeRae. I mean, she reminds me of Candice LeRae in the beginning of her wrestling career in the WWE on NXT. I think she has something that WWE should look at. Now, Antisocial, I have heard of Antisocial for years, and I want to tell you, I actually like her ability. I think she has something that needs to be looked at. I will say she has something that WWE needs to look at. So yeah. So let me see. The Before I get to my bigger names, let me talk about these two ladies. First, let me talk about Amber Nova. Amber Nova, I have heard of her. I actually saw her appear on what was it? TNA, and she was pretty good. I think WWE can do something with her. And I think she has something that can be worked with. She has something that WWE could work with her with and have her a right, and like I mean it's pretty good. Now the next lady I have to talk about, I'm a big fan of, is none other Faye Jackson. Faye Jackson is a beautiful African American plus size female wrestler, and she shows it. She got her skills. She's very technical, and I really believe she can bring something to the table that nobody can bring. And I actually think she has a probably should try out for WWE. That's just my thing. And if not try out for WWE, WWE offer her a contract, because I really think Faye Jackson has something almost like Anaya Jax like quality to her. but it's like she has a little different tank of sugar to it. Let me just put it like that. She has a different tank of sugar to her, but I think she has something that nobody can estimate. Okay. Then the next one is, oh my God, we got a couple more. Let me talk about uh, Casey and Leah Owens. Now, Casey and Leah Owens is from ICW, and I always have saw some videos from on them since I can remember, and I've been saying for years. I've been saying for years, and think that Casey and Leah Owens needs to be part of the WWE. And the reason I will say that they need to be part of WWE is the following. WWE has a lot more than you think. Casey and Leah Owens could be, I won't say the Bella Twins a placement. The Bellas might probably won't be, somebody won't be able to, wrestle, but when it comes to inner ring ability of these two, it is phenomenal. I like how they wrestle, and I really think I won't say they will replace with Bella Twins, but I think they would be another equivalent of the Bella Twins. So I'm thinking they could be in the WWE one day, and I just hope WWE give them that opportunity. Now, before I get to my big two I need to talk about, let me talk about a female who have once tried out on Tough Enough and never received a contract that I felt like WWE should have gave her a contract. Since her time, she has done her time in, oh my God, Lucha Libre, Lucha Underground, over in Japan, everywhere. I'm talking about Eva Lise. Eva Lise is one of my favorite female wrestlers, and I watched her while she was on Lucha Underground on the El Rey network, and I think it's time for Rey Mysterio to take the knowledge that he knew and like people that he knew when he was on Lucha Underground and get them the opportunities that they deserve. And I'm going to do a separate video on that. But Eva Lise is a female I can see in the WWE. She's a female that I can see going up against Charlotte Flair, Naomi, Sasha. You name them, you got it. I can name even Lacey Evans. I mean, Evilise has a lot more experience, and she's much more humble. So why would I want to see her here in the WWE? I think she can offer something that the women now that's over there can't offer. So I want y'all to think of that. Now, last but not least, we have my last two women I'm gonna have to talk about, and these two women are connected to Mercedes Martinez. Mercedes Martinez was part of a wrestling promotion called Women Extreme Wrestling, and it was two other ladies at the time that was part of it. One was Prime Time Amy Lee, and another one was Angel Orsini. Now, these ladies, if they came to the WWE, I know they'll be probably older in age, but I actually think we could get something real good if we brought them two over in the WWE and can put all of these three together, or do a program or do a storyline with them three. I think it would be something unique and incredible that we could see. Now, before I'll talk about the big thing I want to talk about, let me get to number 4. And number 4 is WWE teasing a Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan team up against the Iconics, and also teasing a breakup between the Iconics. I think that is a possibility. That's what they're trying to do. Tease us of Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan coming back together as a tag team and thing. before they can go for the tag team titles. Now, I actually will say Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan deserve a lot more than what they are getting, and they are only pushing pretty faces. And I will do that at a separate occasion. But yeah, that's gonna be the question of the day: is WWE only pushing pretty faces? Is one. And do I believe they are teasing us for a um iconic breakup? I actually am, but I think they want to push Peyton Royce a little more than Billie Kay. So that's what I'm seeing. Because if you notice, Peyton Royce has won mostly all of her singles, won her singles matches and lost some. But Billie Kay, I have noticed, has been losing her all of her matches if Peyton's not down there. So we're gonna have to see where they go. To get me to my biggest thing, and the thing is, should WWE be able to add more title belts for that women's division? My thing is, yes, for that women's division, we don't need just the two title belts that they're buying for. You got the WWE SmackDown and Raw is War women's title belts. You have the tag team title belts that is held can be held on all three brands: Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and probably NXT UK as well. To get me to say, and I'm going, what two titles they should add. And I was thinking about what two titles they should add, and I actually came up with two they should add. One should be a women's U.S. title belt. I mean, you got a U.S. title belt, so why not add a women's U.S. title belt that will benefit that will benefit the brands, that can be shared on all three brands. I'm just saying. Then you have the women's universal title belt. That can be also a shared title belt for all three brands. If we got a women's universal title belt, I think that could be something we would want to see. And things. So as I wind down from this video, the question of the day is: out of all the female wrestlers we see on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and NXT UK, what female, what female indie wrestler you would love to see in the WWE in the near future? All right, y'all. I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.